We are bikepacking 2,500 miles across Europe from London to Istanbul, Turkey. In this video, we explore Predjama Castle and Postojna Cave before heading east across Slovenia through a beautiful national park and the quaint Slovenian countryside. We also experience some bad weather as we head towards the border of our next country.
Good morning, everybody. We're heading to the Postojna Cave, so today's going to be another low miles day. I think we're both kind of itching for a long miles day, but it just happens that there's a lot of cool things to see here in Slovenia that are fairly close together. I think we're going to go head there and probably stay the night there and check out a castle and a cave. Guys, we've made a pit stop in a town for some brekkie, and we just kind of did a mukbang of a bunch of different stuff from the grocery store. We probably bought way too much food. All right, I'll show you guys what we have. Cottage cheese for protein, fruit, a bunch of bakery treats, and bread.
Oh, the bread. I'm really happy that they're still doing the seed bread here in Slovenia. I love it. Oh, it's got a really nice smell. You can hear that like crispy. Yeah, that sounds really good.
How is the seed bread here?
This is really good. Listen, I had such a hard time getting out and getting going yesterday. I definitely think part of that is due to decision fatigue. There's often like multiple ways to go, multiple things to do, and making those decisions over and over and over again can get kind of exhausting. With how few miles we've done lately, we really need a good long day, and I'm hoping after we go to these caves, we can do a good long full day of biking.
Made it to Postojna. Alright guys, we just checked into our guest house in Postojna. So very short day. I'm sure we'll put the stats somewhere. We are definitely starting to get to, I think, the areas where things get more affordable. So this place is like $50. Very surprising considering the rest of Western Europe has been very expensive. We spent more on a campground in Italy than we did for here. And this is like a really nice place with like a fridge and everything. So we are gonna go get ourselves cleaned up a little bit after wild camping and head out to explore some of the really cool sites here.
We are on our way to go catch the shuttle to the castle. And we're just trying to rush a little bit because there's a timetable and the shuttles are not very frequent. So we've got to get this one. It leaves at 2:30 in about 15 minutes.
We're gonna go see the castle. Alright, we're in Predjama Castle. They have these audio guides, which are really nice. I've had a number of these now. We just scan it and listen, and so far we've learned it's the largest castle situated in a cave already. It's much cooler in here because you can tell it's like in a cave, like temperature dropped, which is really nice because it's a hot day. Sitting on a medieval toilet.
Predjama Castle was built in the 12th century. However, archaeological evidence suggests that the cave behind the castle has been in use by humans since the Stone Age. Okay, make a wish. After checking out Predjama Castle, we took a quick shuttle ride to Postojna Cave, where we hopped on the underground train for a 3.5-kilometer ride through the heart of the cave.
This is so cool, guys. Like, it's crazy that they built this train ride through this. Alright guys, we've been to caves all over the world, and this is by far the coolest cave we've ever been in, and we haven't even fully started the tour. It is insanely gorgeous and massive, just massive. I can't even tell you how impressive this is. We've just left our group. It's a massive group.
We're supposed to stay with him though.
Yeah, so we're just kind of in the back.
Look at this thing now. It's massive. So we just learned from the audio guide that these stalagmites and stalactites grow at about 1 centimeter per 100 years. So he was saying the ones that are like 30 centimeters high, which is like a little bit more than a foot, are older than the pyramids of Giza. And that the tallest ones in here are 500,000 years old, which is crazy. I think that was probably the coolest thing that we've done since we started this trip 5 weeks ago.
Yeah, that was incredible. If you guys have not been convinced already, trust us, add this to your bucket list.
We really have been to caves in so many different places, like Vietnam and the US and
all over the place.
Yeah, everywhere, and nothing can even compare to this cave. I've never seen anything like this before. This is the coolest cave. If you only could do one thing in Slovenia, I would say do this.
Alright guys, now we're going to go back to our hotel and make some dinner. See you guys back in the morning.
Alright, it is the start of the day. We just left our place a little bit earlier than usual, and we're heading towards Zagreb, Croatia. So it's going to take us a couple of days to get there. We've done like less than 100 miles in the past 4 days combined, so we have a lot to make up for, and we're going to stop by some cool caves along the way.
This national park area was recommended to us by someone who was doing the same route as us, but a little bit ahead. Thank you to Chris. We'll put his thing here, his Instagram. But yeah, this is, I can tell, gonna be beautiful, beautiful gravel trails, and there's no one here. It's a gorgeous trail, guys. Beautiful, there's like no one here.
I think we're definitely getting into the time of the year when it's really nice to do these kinds of things. Things are cooling off, crowds are diminishing, you're getting these bright autumn colors. It's really nice. We're taking a quick detour here through the woods on foot to go check out a cave.
Oh, this is super cool. Guys, we're caving!
Oh, that's cool. Wow, it's really cold.
We just crawled through the hole, and now we have a view of another massive cave down there. Woo!
These are some ancient ruins though.
Oh, yeah. All right, just a little bit from the other area, there's another section, and we're gonna go check out a natural bridge.
We heard in the tour last night that there's, I think, over 13,000 caves in Slovenia. All right, so there's another cave here, but there's like a school group with like 20 teenage kids that I think we're just gonna say, this is a good enough spot. I don't want to be in a big tour group right now. So we're gonna go get back on the bikes. Beautiful gravel roads. Typical Slovenia, church on a hill.
All right guys, that was a lovely morning. And now I think we're gonna try to do like a power hour before lunch. It's like 11:30, so we gotta get some miles under us. Beautiful.
Oh man, we've been going up this really steep pass and I think we're just about at the top. Oh, it's just been relentless uphill, but I think we're there. Whatever part of this route that we're doing right now is definitely reminding me of the Great Divide. We're kind of on these remote gravel roads with lots of forest and hills all around us. It really looks a lot like the kind of scenery that we saw in like Montana and parts of Wyoming. This part of the trip so far feels so remote. It's so quiet. We've only seen a few cars pass by. It's almost eerily quiet, you know? We've only seen a little bit of signs of like civilization, like a couple small villages, but not even like cornfields or anything like that, just like forests and fields. But there are some horses right here. It's kind of a shame we have to pass through this area right now because there's been tons of good places that we could camp. Lots of flat spots kind of hidden in the forest on like a nice grassy field. It'd be really nice to stop here at camp. We still have to do at least like 30 miles though. Well, we'll see about that. Saw a sign back there that said, watch out for bears, I'm guessing. We just saw a fox, which is a good sign, means we're getting more into nature. It's one of the first wildlife sightings on this trip besides deer.
All right guys, so today has been gorgeous. We've really felt like we've been out here. We just came to a church. We've been in the forest and really remote roads with not many cars or people, which has been really nice. And like the first time this trip, I feel like where we've had this long of a stretch this way. So that's awesome. We aren't going very fast. We gotta make up some time. Yeah, so we're gonna haul booty, but it's 3 p.m. so we still have more than half the miles to do.
I don't think we've seen any cyclists besides us as soon as we left that national park with the caves. So I think we're definitely off the beaten path now, which is nice. Like I'm not seeing any cyclists around us and it just feels so remote, so peaceful, so calm.
Alright guys, we are in camp. We didn't film any of that because it was Mosquitopolis. Is that the word?
Maybe. There was a bunch of mosquitoes.
It was so bad. We just like rushed to put the tent up right away so we could get inside. And I don't even think we're going to bother making dinner. We're trying to plan because tomorrow is supposed to be a storm. I think we're going to just call it a night and we'll see you guys in the morning.
I think it's going to be another one of those nights where we don't sleep at all because Liz keeps hearing noises outside.
Okay, but there's a menacing bird who's trying to attack our stuff.
There's some birds out there making a weird noise. Sounds like a man coughing.
Okay, that bird is trying to get into our crop.
It's not.
It is. It just poked around over there.
A bug.
A bug. It made all of our stuff move. My panniers.
No, it was that massive cockroach you saw.
Alex.
Wait, listen. It's back.
What? Okay, we gotta deal with our stuff.
The next morning, we woke up to heavy rain and waited it out in our tent for a couple of hours.
The rain seems to have abated and we're gonna go try to book it to a cafe and I guess figure it out from there. Hacksaw in a blackberry bush.
Yeah, I mean, it caught me and scratched me up, so I'm just trying to make sure doesn't happen to you. Quick stop for a little breakfast pizza.
It's got corn on it. Okay guys, we just had breakfast pizza. And now we're gonna try to get as many miles as we can before the storm starts again.
You're kind of shaggy.
Give it a try.
Oh wow.
It's warm.
Looks like it's gonna fall apart. So this is called a burek. I think it's filled with cheese.
Oh, that's flaky.
It's cheesy.
Is it sweet or savory?
Savory, definitely.
Do you like it?
I do like it. Yeah, I like it. It's cheesy. It's different. So we went to a bakery for lunch that was pretty good. And now we are headed to Novo Mesto. We gotta get there before the storm hits.
In 1 hour.
We're probably gonna be biking in the rain. Super wide. I don't think they allow cars on here, and it goes right along the Krka River here. It's beautiful, very naturey, very serene. Feels like it's about to downpour. We just made it to this castle, which I think is also a hotel, and I'm seeing the wind is starting to pick up. We're seeing these really dark clouds come in, so I think the storm that everybody was worried about is on its way. We want to hang out here for a little bit.
In case it downpours?
Yeah.
Hey, let's stay in the castle.
Yeah, maybe.
We navigated to one of the options for a hotel. We're still fairly early in the day, so we were just gonna consider staying here in case the storm came. And I kid you not, the second we put down our bikes here, the loudest thunderclap came and now it's pouring out. So the timing was like, I can't imagine more perfect timing, but there's no one here. Like, the entire hotel's vacant. But there is a shelter area, so that's what we're under now. But so we're just gonna wait here for a little bit, I think.
I hit a big number on Duolingo. I made it to a 1,000-day streak, so I'm pretty excited about that. I think it's not quite 3 years, but I've been having this going for a long time. All right, so I went around to the front of the guest house and there was still nobody there, but I called the phone number and talked to the guy who I think stays here. So I was able to get a hold of him, so we're staying here tonight. I think it's like $45 or something like that. It's very cheap. Still pouring. Last I checked the weather, this was the only day we were supposed to have rainy weather for a while. So I'm hoping that tomorrow we can finally start to really bust out some miles. Although I think we do have to stop in Zagreb because that's like the next biggest city that we're going to be in. I'm definitely thinking we may need to do some bike maintenance there. So we might have to stay a couple of days there. Zagreb might be our last chance to do that. I'm really counting on Zagreb to have the parts that we need to get our bikes in top shape before this last part of our journey. We are on our way to Croatia.
Croatia!